Fine. Feast.
Oh, sounds like your last Saturday night.
When it comes to grudge matches, superhero smackdowns are as epic as it gets. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 epic final battles in superhero movies.
Honey!
What?
Where's my super suit?
What?
Where is my super suit?
Put it away!
Where?
For this list, we'll be taking a look at the most notable concluding clashes that take place in superhero films. Since this list will be focusing on final battles, outstanding fights that took place before the film's final conflict will not be included. Also, a spoiler alert is in order. Sorry. Number 10, Batman vs. Bane, The Dark Knight Rises.
So you came back to die with your city.
After being defeated squarely by Bane in their first encounter, Batman returns to Gotham City to free it from his new adversary's reign of terror and even the score. Taking place amidst a war between Gotham's finest and an army of freed criminals, Batman and Bane's second fight ups the ante in terms of scale and symbolism. While Bane controls the action early in a brutal fashion, which echoes his previous victory, Batman displays tremendous resilience and determination, which swings the fight in his favor. After damaging Bane's mask, which sends him into a wild frenzy, Batman capitalizes on his opponent's carelessness and beats him into submission.
Tell me where the trigger is. Then you have my permission to die.
Number 9, The Incredibles vs. Omnidroid. The Incredibles.
I'm okay, Mom. Really?
Stay here, okay?
While Syndrome's mechanical monster was seemingly destroyed after its first battle against Mr. Incredible, the Omnidroid returns as part of the villain's maniacal scheme to portray himself as a hero. But when Syndrome's plans go awry, it's up to the Incredibles to bring down the Omnidroid.
Throw it!
With some help from Frozone, each member of the family uses their powers in a semi-coordinated effort to bring the robot down. Juxtaposed with some more lighthearted family dysfunction over how to use Syndrome's remote, the heroes ultimately synchronize a winning strategy using the Omnidroid's severed claw to annihilate it.
Everybody down!
Number 8, The Hulk vs. the Abomination, The Incredible Hulk.
You have to take me back there.
What are you saying? You think you can control?
No, not control it, but I don't know, maybe aim it.
A bona fide monster mashup, the highlight of the Hulk's second feature film sees him go toe-to-toe with his arch-rival, the Abomination, for the first time on the big screen. Beginning with a monstrous collision between two raging bulls, the Hulk takes to using a crushed police car as a pair of boxing gloves to pummel the Abomination into the ground. The tide turns when the malevolent monster uses his superior hand-to-hand skills to corner the Jade Giant. But once the Hulk sees his beloved Betty Ross in danger, his rage swells and the Hulk utters his famous catchphrase for the first time before choking out the Abomination with a massive chain. Number 7, Ant-Man vs. Yellowjacket. Ant-Man.
Hey, Peanut. Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Although this final battle may give up plenty of scale and destruction to its contemporaries, this climactic clash between Ant-Man and Yellowjacket perfectly encapsulates the film's balancing act of lighthearted humor and adrenaline-fueled action. When Yellowjacket tries to use his daughter as bait, Ant-Man engages his nemesis in perhaps the most unique battleground in a superhero film to date, a children's train set. The fight makes the most of the combatants' diminutive surroundings, as well as injecting a dose of tongue-in-cheek comedy through the contrasting of combat from both Ant-Man and his daughter's perspective. Mixing classic superhero action with a cartoonish sense of fun, this clash of tiny titans demonstrates that size doesn't matter when it comes to classic Marvel action.
How insignificant you are.
Number 6, Thor vs. Malekith. Thor, The Dark World.
You needn't have come so far, Asgardian. Death would have come to you soon enough.
Not by your hand.
A battle of truly cosmic proportions, Thor and Malekith's final clash in Thor: The Dark World makes the most of the film's wildcard, interdimensional portals. What begins as a duel between Malekith's dark magic and Thor's lightning quickly evolves into an interdimensional conflict as the God of Thunder and the Dark Elf wage war on one another through numerous portals between the realms. Despite the dreary apocalyptic tone that the film possesses, Thor and Malekith's battle also manages to include a healthy amount of trademark Marvel humor in between portal trips. As the end of the world looms on the horizon, Thor manages to stop Malekith by transporting him back to Svartalheim with the help of Jane Foster.
That just means we have to keep Malekith busy for 8.
Number 5. SpiderMan versus the Green Goblin. SpiderMan.
You mess with Spidey, you mess with New York! You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us!
Spider-Man's first big screen grudge match is bloody, violent, and pulls no punches, up against his arch rival, the Green Goblin. Right off the bat, we are given an idea of how dangerous Gobby is, thanks to a slow motion shot of one of his exploding pumpkin bombs. Spidey then proceeds to take quite the ass kicking from his emerald adversary, until Green Goblin makes the fatal mistake of threatening Mary Jane.
MJ and I, we're gonna have a hell of a time.
This gives Spider-Man a second wind as he uses his enhanced reflexes, superhuman strength, and webbing to gain the upper hand, cornering the Goblin and unleashing his anger into a ferocious onslaught that forces the unmasked Norman Osborn to yield, until he impales himself with his own glider. Nice nod to the comics, but bad move, Norman.
Peter. Don't tell Harry.
Number 4. Guardians of the Galaxy versus Ronan the Accuser. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Peter Quill.
This is Denarian Sal of the Nova Corps. For the record, I advised against trusting you here.
Beginning with a stunning starship battle that would make George Lucas proud. The final battle in Guardians of the Galaxy has a little something for everyone. Whether it's an awe-inspiring dogfight between warring spaceships, Gamora and Nebula's duel to the death, or Drax, Star-Lord, and Groot opening up a can of whoop-ass on Korath's forces, the film's final battle serves up the epic in multiple helpings. However, once it comes down to just the Guardians and Ronan the Accuser, the conflict takes a more musical tone.
What are you doing?
I'm distracting you, you big turd blossom.
Luckily for the Guardians, this throws Ronan off his game long enough for Star-Lord to grab the Infinity Stone and share its power with his teammates in order to destroy the bad guy. Number 3. The Avengers versus Loki and the Chitauri. The Avengers.
Look at this! Look around you! You think this madness will end with your rule? It's too late. It's too late to stop it.
A cinematic milestone by virtue of the number of collective on-screen superheroes alone. The final conflict of the Avengers is undoubtedly a dream come true for comic book fans worldwide, and a dazzling experience for moviegoers. Showcasing the individual strengths of each adventure as they dismantle the Chitauri invasion, Loki's army is repelled by the combined forces of Hawkeye's deadly arrows, Black Widow's combat mastery, Iron Man's firepower, Hulk's savagery, Cap's trusty shield, and mighty Mjolnir in the hands of Thor. To top it all off, we're treated to a brief but unforgettable scrap between Loki and the Hulk, which does not end well for the God of Mischief.
And I will not be bullied by that.
Number 2. Superman versus General Zod. Man of Steel. A battle between demigods in the heart of Metropolis. The final battle in Man of Steel showcases the incredible powers wielded by Kryptonians under Earth's yellow sun. With General Zod thirsty for vengeance after his dreams of creating Krypton on Earth are dashed, Superman faces his greatest challenge in the form of an opponent who not only possesses the same powers, but is also trained as a warrior. Despite being outmatched in terms of skill and experience, Superman holds his own against Zod in a fight that spans Earth and sky. When Zod tries to kill some innocent bystanders with his heat vision, Superman is faced with a life or death decision and snaps Zod's neck to bring the battle to a climactic conclusion. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Let's dance. And by dance, I mean let's try to kill each other.
Number 1, Captain America and the Winter Soldier versus Iron Man. Captain America, Civil War.
He's not gonna stop. Go.
By far the most emotionally charged battle on this list, Captain America and Winter Soldier's battle against an enraged Iron Man in the climax of Civil War is a point of no return that oozes tension until the inevitable eruption. With Captain America fighting to defend his best friend, and Iron Man fighting to contain major spoilers, the conflict is made all the more gut-wrenching because both sides have grounds for sympathy.
Countermeasures ready.
Let's kick his ass.
As Winter Soldier and Cap fight like a tag team and Iron Man struggles to hold off the two super soldiers, it becomes clear that this is a fight where no one truly wins and everyone loses something. Do you agree with our list?
Why?
You were droning on! What's your favorite final superhero battle?
I have unfinished business with Loki.
Yeah, we'll get in line.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
About the whole no guns thing. I'm not sure I feel as strongly about it as you do.